Hey guys, welcome back for the next Webpack2 videos. So in this particular video, we're going to set up React app using Webpack2. So just give you a brief idea about what we are going to achieve in this particular video. I'm just going to go to reactjs.org, and this particular web page is going to talk about how to install React app into with any of the application bundles we're using. So, there are a number of ways where you can do it. The most easiest way is using create React app. So it is nothing but a command line interface wherein you can create all the folder structures and the dependencies of the React application directly. It is very easy, which anyone can follow this particular steps. The link would be shared into my description folder of my video. But for the sake of doing it from the scratch, we are not going to do it in this particular video by using create react app. Rather than that, we are going to install all the dependencies locally and from scratch, so that we can understand the details of what all things are really used to make React app up and running with Webpack 2. Right, so over here you can see the first step would be nothing but installing React and React DOM. So I'm just going to copy it from here, and I'm just going to paste it, and I'm going to hit enter. It will install particular stuff. Right, I'll just open my package.json here. Right, so there's one more thing actually I have really forgot to do is I have to install all my rest of the dependencies. I've just copied this project from the previous videos of mine. I believe I just open this particular things up, and I guess, yeah, everything is there in place. Let me see. I guess it is. I'll just hit npm install once. I'll just hit it till the time. We'll just come over here and see what is the next step which we have to do. So just to make ES, the React app up and running, React uses ECMAScript 6 and JSX. So this is nothing but it deserves a different set of tutorial. This is not going to be covered into this particular video. So this is all about Webpack. So actually it is nothing but this ES6 and JXX are nothing but it is sugarcoating over JavaScript. So what we're going to achieve over here is we have to somehow transpile whatever it is written into ES6 into plain JavaScript and JSX into plain JavaScript. The reason being the browser never understands these languages. It only understands plain vanilla JavaScript. So we need to transpile this. So to transpile this, we use a transpiler called Babel. And let us go ahead and see in the Babel setup instruction what all things we have to do. So if you can go over here, there are many build systems. We're using Webpack, so I'll just select it. The first thing is nothing but installing Babel Loader and Babel Core. I'll just copy this particular thing, and over here I'll just paste it. It'll get installed. It'll get installed into my dev dependencies, and you can see React and React DOM is getting installed, has been installed into dev dependencies block over here. The one more thing which you have to do is to use this particular Babel loader. We have to write a rule into a module into webpack.config.js. By this, that means any file which is having JS as extension, it is going to be used. It is going to use Babel loader as the loader which we are using. Like for example, what we are using for CSS is style loader, CSS loader. SAS, there's CSS loader, SAS loader. For JS extension, there's nothing but Babel loader, because we want to make it compatible with React, and React uses the transpiler Babel. And we are going to exclude node modules. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to copy this stuff up, and I'm going to open my webpack.config, and over here I'm just going to paste this particular thing off, and it looks good to me. So any file which is having JS extension is going to use Babel loader, which we have already installed into my package.json. There is nothing over here. So moving ahead, I'll just close this particular thing off, and you can see there are two more presets which I used. I'll just open it and I'll just show you what we have to do. Is the first thing which you have to do is we have to install these presets like Babel React preset and Babel CLI. I'm just going to copy it, and I'm going to hit over here. I'm just going to paste it, and it is going to get installed. At the same time, I'm going to copy Babel preset env. The description is something which you can anytime come here and you can just see. That is not a problem. Once this particular thing is installed, I'm going to install Babel preset env as well. So again, I'm installing it. So, but there, even after installing, there is a way where we have to, consume these particular presets, and there is nothing but we can write, we can create a Babel RC file. This is the way. This is the configuration file which Babel uses, and and we have to specify the presets over there. So it is going to be like we are going to tell, like, we have to create an object which will have a property called presets. Inside which is going to be having an array, and the first one is going to be React, and the second one is going to be nothing but env. So let us just go ahead, and here, if you can see, everything is installed over here. Even all my presets are involved. Now I'm going to just create, I'm just going to say touch BABERRC. I'm just going to create a Babel RC file. So it is created, and over here I'm just going to create an, you know um, I'm just going to create a presets property, inside which it's going to be an array, and the first one is going to be nothing but env, and the second one is going to be React. So from where I'm having this particular knowledge is from this particular web page. It says preset should be env. Over here it says preset should be React. So I'll just close this particular thing off, and the Babel configuration is can also be read from this particular hyperlink, and I just save it. Let's move ahead. What we have to do is, okay, so now we just have to copy this particular snippet and test whether everything is working fine or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put this particular file into a particular code snippet into app.js. I'm going to remove everything. I'm just going to paste it over here. What you can see, my hello world is going to be rendered into an ID of, into an element which is having ID of root. So what I'm going to do is, inside my index.embedded.js, or it can be index.html as well, I'm just going to remove this content off, and I'm going to give ID called root, you know ID called root to this paragraph tag, so that the hello world is going to be, you know rendered inside the paragraph tag which is having ID as root. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clear the stuff out, and I'm going to just say npm run dev. Let's see what happens. So so now you can see my application is running fine over here, and we have successfully set up React app with Webpack2. So hope it was helpful for you guys, and if at all it was, you guys were able to learn even one bit, please share, subscribe, and help me grow. Thanks a lot for bearing me.